Good morning, y'all. Welcome to
Good
another
morning.
Q to Q to Career. Today, we have my dear friend Michael Fisher, graduated from Mars Hill in what year?
Oh God.
We don't have to tell him. We don't have to.
2020. No, 2007.
Wow,
20
yeah.
2007.
A
Right,
long
because you're oh 06, right?
Shh,
Wait.
don't tell him. Yes. Yeah, just kidding. We've both aged gracefully, my dear. So,
Very gracefully.
we're just gonna chit chat for a few minutes and let the folks at home get to know you. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in theater. Like, was there anybody that influenced your path into performing or anything like that?
Um, I guess not really influenced. I did a lot of like growing up, of course, like singing in church and stuff like that. And so I thought I wanted to be a music teacher at first. Until I got to high school and the first show I did was Grease, and I played Teen Angel, and that went really well. So it kind of set the path for me to, want to do musical theater. And yeah, even like when applying, like I realized like my choir teacher wanted me to be a music teacher so bad that when I applied for Mars Hill, she put me, I think they had me come in the music program. And I was like, I got here and I was like, I remember going to Dr. Reed, I was like, I'm not supposed to be in the music program, I'm supposed to be in the musical theater program. So I switched and
No.
so I switched to the musical theater program. Yeah, and so the rest is history. Yeah. So it was like really like doing theater the first time in high school that really set me on the course.
I love it. So, um, without telling us your whole resume, because it's a pretty long document there, friend, how do you stay organized out in the world with all your projects? Because I know you're a performer, but you're also a music director. I also hear that you arrange things sometimes, you workshop at
Yeah.
different shows, like you just got a lot. So, first of all, tell us some of the things you got going on. Second, tell us how do you keep it all together? Because that's wild and
um, I don't. No. No, I just finished music directing the show called Heartbreak Hotel, which is a new Elvis musical that's out. They didn't it hasn't been on Broadway or anything, but they just put it out regionally. And I did it last year at the Barn Theater in Michigan, Augusta, Michigan. And so a theater that I work at a lot is was doing it this year, and there was talks of me doing it. And then when we found out that wasn't happening, I was like, well, let me come in and music direct it because there's no album out, there's no recording of it. So no one in the creative team had done the show. So like I was the only one who like really knew it. So I was like, let me come in because it's not written great. And so it needs a lot of TLC, and I know where I want to change stuff and where I want to, rearrange some things. And so they let me come in and do it. So like honestly, this is like I do a lot of like music supervising for cabarets and stuff in the city, which is basically like one of my really good friends music directs. So basically like I will get all the music prepared for him. I like will do all the arrangements and things like that. And basically like give it to him and be like, this is everything that we're doing, run him through everything that the music needs and all that stuff. And then he takes it to with the band and he music directs everything else. And then we're really good friends. So we kind of work in tandem in rehearsals and we like kind of work together. But I do a lot of that here for like cabarets and stuff like at 54 Below with friends and stuff. And I used to do like a lot of music directing like back in the day, like when I was living in Pennsylvania. But this is actually like the first big like theater that was like, yeah, like, and it's the first time they've ever brought anyone in. They usually have people who work in-house, but someone retired, and so they needed someone to come in. So this is the first time they've ever brought anyone in, which is kind of dope. So I came in and I did it, and everyone loved it apparently. So
good.
um,
That's so
so
cool.
I do that. I do musical theater as well, performing, but I also do a lot of I wedding sing as well. And so a lot of that is just on the weekend. So I have like the wedding singing stuff on the weekend. And then anything else that comes up. Like I also like don't get it twisted, like I cater on the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's where, you keep some change in your pocket. But I usually do that during the week. I don't cater weddings anymore because I make 10 times the amount wedding singing for just 4 hours. So it's a real mind shift when I have to go cater a wedding and I'm on my feet for 10 to 12 hours and I make not even half of what I usually make. So I just don't, for my mental stability, I don't I don't cater weddings anymore. I just sing them. Unless I really need the money. Um
Everybody's got to have a good side gig.
you
And
have
it
to have a
sounds like
side gig.
you got a few of them to sustain you and keep you.
You have to have, yeah, you have to have
So
them. But
I know.
keeping everything together is, I mean, I'm getting older, so like I'm finding that I have to put things in a calendar so I don't double book or because a lot of things pop up and like I'll get somebody will ask me to do a catering shift and I have to make sure I'm not booked for a wedding, or if I get asked to do a wedding I got to make sure I'm not booked doing something else, or stuff like that. So it's just juggling things and making it work.
Just because I'm a nerd, do you use like a paper planner or do you use your phone
I
or
use my phone because I know that's gonna always be in my hand if I get a text message about something, so I can just look in the calendar and see where it is, and then move
yeah,
on from there.
save yourself some steps? I love that.
Yes.
So you've worked at a lot of regional theaters across the country. Um, what's like something that you learned from working at a top regional theater versus just working here at SART or working for another like summer rep company? What's a big difference you could think of?
Um, there's one saying that I worked at the Fulton bunch back in the day, and we used to always the director, Mark Robbins, would always say, "Tech is fun." Um, that's something big that I learned. Like, we all hate tech. It feels like a hassle. Like after you get your show up, then you go in and it's all destroyed and taken apart. But um, it's actually just adding on different layers. It's like a different rehearsal for a different team that has to still do with the show. Like you've had your time with the creative team with putting the show together up in the rehearsals, and now it's the tech team's time to put the show together on their end. And that's actually where the magic happens. That's where everything is built. So like a big thing I had to learn was tech is fun. It's frustrating, but it's still fun. It's a good time. That's where everything comes together. That's probably one of the biggest things that I've learned
I
because
love that.
yeah,
Yes, because
yeah,
like tech week can be so exhausting and frustrating,
it's
and
exhausting.
temperatures rise in that room, honey. And
Yes, yeah,
so putting
yes,
that lens on it is a much more positive spin.
yeah.
Cool. So um what do you do to care for yourself? Like self-care outside of theater things. Just because
Um,
that's something we really try to talk about a lot in our classes because we all suffer from burnout in this day and age.
I I'm a very social person. I have to go out. That's just my thing. Like I have to like my decompression is, especially in New York, is just going to a bar and having a drink. Um and hanging with friends. Like I'm really a big one, like hanging out with my friends, and because otherwise I would like if I work and then come home and then do it all, I will go crazy and I won't be happy. So like I'm a big that's my self-care. It's sometimes it's not actually self-care, it's more to my detriment because
Yeah.
I'm out acting crazy. But it's my way, it's my way of to like release. Like it's my way of release, and I have to think about the other things that I have going on. Or if I'm at home, I'm gonna be thinking about the next project or the song I should be learning or the things I need to
Right.
be
When you're
doing.
at home, you're like still kind of working
Yeah, you're still working, you know
in
what I
a
mean?
social situation. Like
Yeah, you're
those friends
not.
are not allowing you to do that. So,
No. So like that for me, that's my self-care. Is like going out with my friends or going out and just sitting at a bar having a drink and
so do you have any
chilling.
like tried and true tips and tricks for those nights when you stay up too late? Like,
Um,
you got
prayer.
prayer? Prayer, heck
Prayer,
yes.
and if I have to sing, it's usually I'm popping ibuprofen an hour before, which
Mhm.
you're not supposed to do, but that's just my thing. I'll take some ibuprofen because it thins your blood, which enables your vocal folds. It then so your vocal folds are able to move if they're swollen. So that is my thing. Although I am right now on a 30-day no drinking, which is the first time I've ever done it.
Good
It's just
job.
crazy. It's very crazy. I think I'm like day 20. It's rough, y'all. But
Proud of you.
but I noticed this past Saturday I was singing a wedding and songs that are like really high that I'm just like every time we get them, I'm like, oh gosh, this high was just so much easier to sing. I was just like, oh, I was like, damn it. This
Yeah, man. Well, the thing is, like, you know, as well as anybody, alcohol does weird things to
it
everybody's
does
body,
weird things.
depending on,
And
yeah.
we're older now, so it's just like we don't back in the day I could
Yeah.
drink all day, nap for 2 hours and get up and scrub. I
Yep.
can't do that these days, you
No
know.
sprouting on the 2 hour.
No sprouting. Yeah, so I do that. I'm also a big like I don't like for me, I don't like fully warming up. I'm more of like a all day warm, all day trills, low warm, stuff like that. I've done Jersey Boys a couple times in California, and have gotten to work with um this voice teacher who her and her sister did the broad like they vocal coached the Frankie on Broadway. And so we got to work with her. And so like and during that time I had really bad allergies. And so like I had my own session with her. And so like I was able to record that and I got some like warm-ups that we did. So I usually do those. Like if I'm doing a show, I'll do those warm-ups. Because I do feel like it puts me in the pocket for a lot of things that I have to sing, especially the high stuff. So I'll usually do that if I know like I really need a warm-up. But if not, I'm just a fan of like slowly warming up throughout the day.
Mhm. Very cool. I would love to have a separate call sometime and you just tell me all the warm-up tricks. That's so,
Yes.
um, because yeah, there's a balance that comes with figuring out what you actually need to be ready for what shows.
And for what and it's like, yeah, like wedding stuff, it's just like I warm up all day because I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna I'll get there eventually. Like I know like the songs that we sing, like the wedding stuff, it's like a show. Basically, like we do a lot of the beginning stuff is like we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this next, we're gonna do this song next. So I know where my voice sits in the pocket. And while I'm singing it, I'm like, okay, that's where I am. Okay. So I gotta maneuver some stuff. But when it shows like Jersey Boys, where I'm just like right off the bat, I'm like
Bing!
seasoned, it's crazy. So I'm just like, oh yeah, I gotta warm up. I gotta make sure I'm at least somewhere in the vicinity to
Yeah.
sing it.
So I guess the last thing, um, tell us tell us about something that you've like workshopped or worked on behind the scenes, and then also tell us where we can find whatever you're doing next. Like, how do we follow you and get obsessed with the world of Michael Fisher?
Oh my gosh. No, like I was telling you, where I would did one of the workshops for the smaller version of Ghost at the Fulton Theater before they like we workshopped and then they did the show, which I didn't do, but they did the actual show. So I've workshopped that. I mean, little things. It's weird. Like living in New York, like it's you meet a lot of people, you do a lot of things. Like you work with a lot of people who are just become your friends, and like I know people like I don't know, like Connor and Gregor. Like I work a lot with Derek Gregor, who is he has another writing partner named Zelda. They do a lot of stuff. So I've gone to LA to do concerts with them and stuff like that. But you just meet people and it's not even like, oh my gosh, you're so and so. It's just like, okay, great. You're chilling out with them. They're talking about music. You're right, like they're writing songs, you sing it. Like it's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's just a weird when you look back, like growing up, you'll be like, oh my gosh, like this person's doing this, you're doing that. But it's just like here in New York, it's just like, oh, okay, like I'm just hanging out. And next thing you know, you're just going through a song that someone's writing or you're talking about stuff that's happening. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't feel like I do any to me, I don't feel like I'm like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. I just feel like, oh, I'm hanging out with some people, we're talking about stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I've done some cool, you do some cool things here. I've a lot of my really good friends are like prominent in the community, like cabaret community, music directors and stuff like that. And then I guess next I'm going back to Beef and Boards to do their Christmas show in November. So I'll
Even
be
boards
back
is
there.
such a great place to work.
It's fun. It's fun. I mean it's my it'll be my I just did Little Mermaid there this summer And then so it'll be my one, two, three, fourth show, but like fifth basically because I just did Heartbreak. So we have my fifth show there. Third show this season. They're paying my bills, so we love that.
Hey.
But you can find me on Instagram, Michael Ray Fisher, MichaelRayFisher. Yeah, and I'll post things and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, it's so good to see you in real
You
life here on the
too. Oh
Zoomies.
my
Um,
goodness.
and I really hope that we get to bring you to campus for a master class sometime
I'd
soon.
love that. Honestly, that would be great.
I love
I haven't
it.
been up there in a
Well,
while.
thank y'all so much. I'm gonna go ahead and quit recording because I'm sure our attention spans have ran out by now. But this is Q to Q to Career with Chelsea, and today we've been talking to Mr. Michael Fisher,
What's
graduate of
up?
Mars Hill University in 2007. Whoa, and out there doing the thing, y'all, making it happen. All right, have a beautiful morning. Love you so much, Michael. Talk soon.
Later.